So before I get started, I'm gonna go ahead and wait for whoever's gonna show up. I'm about 5 minutes early from when I said, but I want to just go ahead and be running. So be hanging out for a little bit till everybody shows up. Whenever they do show up. Jesus, man. I apologize if you hear any buzzing or anything like that. I'm on my phone, and for whatever reason, everybody's hitting me up today. So, what's going on? What's going down? How y'all doing? Daniel, Colin, what's going down? And so we got 7 people in here. Dope. What's going on, Vin Rock? Not really sure when I'm supposed to get started, but let's wait till 7, I guess. Yeah. Guess I should have a clock so I can keep track of time. All right, 6:58. How's everybody doing today? Cool, cool, cool. Glad y'all showed up. Y'all are punctual, as I try to be. What's going down? All right. We'll get started at 7 o'clock and y'all can drop whatever questions y'all got or whatever. All is well, my brother. I do have a question for you. Never used the amp. Hold up. I've never used the amp that had compression on it. Can you tell me how do I set it up? How do I set up my compression? Um, the easiest way for me to tell you to do this is to play it with no compression on, play whatever you want to, and then turn the compression all the way on. And you want to listen for how it changes your tone or what it does actually. Every amp kind of operates just a little bit differently, just depending on the maker. So me giving you a answer to your questions a little bit loaded. So I would definitely I would definitely like do slap style and see how it changes your signal coming out of the cabinet and try to dial it in to where you're happy with it. You don't want it to be so squashed that you don't hear any of the intricacies of you playing one note harder than the other and stuff like that. So I would definitely tell you to mess with it. I would do it at 0 and then turn it all the way up, see what happens with it, and then kind of dial it back as you see fit. You don't want, like, if we're talking about slap style, what you don't want is for all of the notes that you play to be like choked out. So I would definitely say play uh, as hard as you would play for a song, and then kind of dial it back as you see fit and stuff like that. So hopefully I answered your question. I hope I answered your question. What type of pickups are you going to use? I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, it's a good time. So It's 7 o'clock, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, if you've seen this, you've seen the title, you've probably followed me to know that I just bought this bass about 2 weeks ago. This is a Sterling by Musicman Stingray. It's from the Sub series. I bought this for just under 330, or I think it was listed for 329, but I bought it for 330 or whatever. And as far as aesthetics go, I'm not really sure how I should go about this. A piece of me wants to make all the hardware gold just to be different. Um, but I kind of like the classic look of the chrome hardware, and it's already chrome. It has the piece here, and I don't know how hard it's going to be to try to find a Music Man style bridge in gold, you know. So that's one thing I'm actually looking at now. I'm not sure if I should go gold hardware on it or not. I have to change out the back plate, the strap locks. I already have a lot of gold knobs, so I was just kind of getting an idea of what it may look like. So I have this one gold knob and then the two chrome to see which one I like better. And then it already has the chrome screws and chrome tuning pegs, and also the chrome little tree there to hold down the middle strings along the strings. So there's that. That's as far as aesthetics. Now, as far as electronics, I'm going to be going with um, the blackouts. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Let's go over here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. This is a Seymour Duncan blackouts, two band EQ, and it has the separate knob. So it's actually going to be set up pretty much like this originally is. Music Man is just one volume and then a treble and a bass, or a bass and a treble. I think it's treble and bass. I think it's treble and bass. And it's going to just fit right in there exactly how it is. And then the pickup I'm going to be going with is a Wilkinson. Actually picked it up for $30. And if I don't like this one, then I'm actually going to get the Seymour Duncan pickup, which is like 95 or so. And then I'll just put this in another bass that I have back here. Um, yeah, so I might do that. Who knows? I might throw this Wilkinson in the Sire P J bass, make it a P Music Man bass. But I haven't really checked out the lineup if it actually could happen. And I'd have to do some routing work and splice wires and all that foolishness. Now, one thing that I didn't know, because I haven't really messed with pickups that have the possibility to have a switch on it, I I found out that they use a four conductor setup, so it's pretty much able to either do the series or parallel, and you'd have to set it up to use um, a double pole, double throw, just like a boom boom. So that may be something I'm gonna have to look into and to figure out the wiring, because I didn't know it was gonna be that complicated. But set up exactly like it is. If I wanted to just drop it in, these are already, this red, this white is already soldered together. I just have to take that up, and then I have my negative lead here, which is the black. I don't know if you can see it. The black here, and then this yellow is the hot. So uh, on that respect, I wouldn't have to worry about using the switch. It would just drop in and kind of look exactly like it does now. But I like to have the ability to do with, more whenever I have the, if it calls for it. So being able to use a switch to go between series and parallel and all that stuff is a nice addition if I wanted to go that way. But I got to do some more research before I make that decision. So I'm actually kind of slow playing this whole modifying my bass thing, at least with this one, because I didn't know about the four conductor thing until after I bought the bass. So yeah, so the pickup is a Wilkinson. I got it from Guitar Parts, and I paid $30 for it. I think $31 for it. And this preamp I ended up buying for $59. I think I got it from Sweetwater, I believe. and I've had it for a year. I lost it, and then I was looking at buying a preamp, and I thought back. I was like, man, I think I already bought one, and then I went and found it, which was a blessing because I don't want to have to buy two of these and stuff. So it's actually pretty. It should be fairly easy to wire in once I got um, whether or not I want to do the double pole, double throw for the switch and stuff. I'm gonna have to modify the pick guard to add in the switch, which isn't a big deal. It's just when you're changing stuff like that, it kind of makes you a little bit nervous. So there's that. But yeah, I originally was gonna be doing some modifications on the bass in this live stream, but then I got the pickup in um, yesterday, and I looked at the four conductors. I was like, oh man, crazy. So I gotta do some research on that. And I do have a demo, a sound demo that's gonna be coming out on it, where I actually like go through all the tones and all that stuff. I'll probably put that out maybe Thursday or Friday. That I actually do that. And yeah. So if y'all want to hear how it sounds, uh, let's see. I think y'all are actually asking questions. Hold up. Yo, man, can you go back and demo that Rumble 800 with just a straight bass, no effects, just fresh rounds and a bit of compression? I will do that at a later date because that amp is at my church at the present moment, so I can't do that. I do have two amps back here now, but um, I wasn't prepared for that today. Yes, sir, and thank you. Cool. I'm good, Daniel. Appreciate it. How could you make? You could make it polka dot like Randy Jackson's Stingray. I don't know, man. It's if it's a grill bass, if it like I don't want to turn this into like a joke bass. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a joke bass. That's this one right here. This is my crazy bass, and I have the punk bass, which at 15,000, that's gonna be the bass that's gonna be given away. This one right here. So I have my crazy bass. I don't know if I want to do that to this one. Hello. How does the overdrive on your Fender Rumble sound? It actually sounds pretty cool, man. And you can like dial it in on the fly, either from your phone if you're not next to the amp, or just like two buttons and you can turn up and down. So it actually sounds pretty good. And there's a lot of different amp settings that's on it that actually have a overdrive or a dirty channel or a dirty tube gritty type sound. It's really, really, really wide open. If you haven't played the Rumble 800, I advise you to go and do it, especially if you're in the market to buying a Rumble bass cab. Bro, your video blew up. Which one you talking about? My favorite setting is the vintage. Uh, who is this? Martin, are you talking about the Rumble 500 head or are you talking about a specific amp model on the 800? Which one are you talking about? Because the Rumble 500 head, I think 200 as well, have three switches, which is like um, vintage contour, and bright, I believe. Yeah, the Rumble 200 combo. Yeah. So that vintage tone with the P bass can't be beat. Can't be beat. And I like the fact that you could just DI out of it and the sound you can add it to whatever sound system, you still get that exact colored sound. It actually sounds real nice. I played a gig with Tony Baker, Kev on Stage, to hear more the Real Comedians of Social Media tour when they came to Tulsa. And the cab that they had me running just for stage feel was actually a Rumble 200. And I actually forgot how convenient it is and how small and loud it is. So I was really impressed with it. They also had me going through a Aguilar tone hammer pedal to that amp, which kind of confused me because Aguilar has its own sound in and of itself, and it's a Rumble which has its own sound. So it kind of like you have to put one flat so that you don't mess up the other sound. So I put the rumble flat and try to run that one as dry as possible, and then did all my manipulation on the Aguilar. And then I was playing my M2, and I was running that one passive mode because I didn't want to add any coloring there. So, yeah. Let's see. I got it for $375 instead of $499. Congrats. Gots to save that money, baby. Gots to save that money. Gots to have more money, baby. More money. How many watts is in your boom bass cabinet that you run off your Rumble 800? The watts, it says 1400. Realistically, it's probably a constant 800. So you add both of those in tandem, you get the full 800 watts out of the Stage Rumble amp. Normally, I think it's just 500 if you just run in the cab by itself, which is plenty loud. It's just when you add that secondary cab, and this is a 10 with a 15 underneath, and kind of the sound comes out here, it adds so much presence to the mix. And like, I played a concert with like no DI, and it was just that, the Rumble 800 stacked on top of the cabinet. And I think it's, if you go back in my video, it's Mayfest, Cypher 120 at Mayfest. So if you want to hear that, I definitely go and check that video out. It was a monster. And on stage, it was shaking around everything. It was great. It's phenomenal. Thank you for the info. No problem. That's the reason why I'm doing this. Any other questions? Oh, here's something for you. I absolutely love this little guy right here. I don't know if y'all have ever seen it or played out of it, but this little thing, this little guy is completely dope. I think it's 200 watts in the 4 ohms. So I'll put this bad boy and stack that bad boy on top of here. And just for 200 watts, the fact that I have a 10 and a 15, that thing is stout. So I'll end up setting it up pretty much flat as far as bass, mid, and treble. I may put all the dials at like 1 o'clock just to add a little bit more to it. Keep my master volume to about 3 or 4 and put my gain around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And this with that was go-to. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, whenever I was doing it, I had the Rumble 800 as a gigging cabinet. And then I gave my Rumble 500 head to my little sister. And so she could practice with her bass. I got her. And shout out Amber if you're actually watching this. But so I wanted something to, push this a little bit. And the fact that it's so small, I could put it literally in the top of my Sire bag and get it. Like power cord, cord to go from a cord and an adapter to go to this cab, because this only takes a speak-on, and this is an adapter, a speak-on adapter. So I put a regular cord in there or an instrument cable in there, plug it in the back, plug it into the back of the elf, stomp. So yeah, I have big hands, but this thing is the size of my hand. It's dope. And I get to do the back pocket trick, which is also funny if you go into a building. Boom, back pocket trick. Don't even know it's there. Amp time, let's get funky. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope. So, back pocket trick. Then again, I do have big pants, so maybe it's not that cool. Whatever, it's my life. Let's see. I'm late to class. What up, though? What's going down? Elf, for sure. Let's see. I kind of have a problem with my groove and improvising. How can I improve my groove? Um, Basically, strip back all the fancy stuff you want to do. That's the first thing I did once I actually had the feeling of what I was doing. So, mm, let's do it. Which one? Which one of y'all? Which one? Which one? Yeah. All right, so let's do it. Pulling out the P. Probably should be playing the Sterling, but I don't care. Do we got juice? Yep. Juice. Plug. Plug. And game time. Yeah. All right. So let's see if anybody says something. Okay, so Martin. So rather than I don't know, I'm just gonna kind of make up a groove on the fly. Okay. So rather than playing something really embellished and kind of going off, um, so if your bass line is, let's see, what's a good one? If that's your groove, it would behoove you to keep it as simple as possible or do something that you know for sure you can get back to the one. So, uh, see, I went right back to it. So I had a little bit of time to do something, right? This is your time right here. Actually got it sitting up. It don't really sound that great. So let's switch and play the elf. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second. Do. All right. Now, should sound a little bit stronger because it's on the ground. Oh, it would help if I actually, plugged into the amp I'm playing in. Yeah, that's the first step. Let's do that. Ooh. Somebody got angry. really slow down what you're doing and think of what you want to do before you actually do it. So if you do a run and it takes you way out of the scale and you can't find your way back to where the song is, that's simple is better. Less is more. And that's something I need to understand as a bass player because I tend to be real busy whenever I'm playing, especially if a groove is like took over and stuff. So simple, less is more, that type of deal. Oh, stingray time. Stingray time. Yeah. Yeah. All right then. So let's see where we at. What's the difference between gain and volume? Uh, Gain kind of adds a little bit more coloring from the amp. And then again, that does kind of depend on the amp, what you're talking about. So some amps, as you turn up the gain, it adds in more grit, more dirt into the signal, and then you have to compensate for the volume because it'll get louder. Um, Especially like this type of amp, this Trace Elliott, it has a tendency to add a little bit more dirt. So if you play like rock or something, you might have your gain a little bit higher or a lot higher than you actually have your master volume. Now, it actually, I think, puts more stress on tubes if you do that. But if you're doing like MOSFET, they have a solid state amp, shouldn't be a problem. They can simulate it. Technology is way advanced to these times. So that's the difference there. Let's see. The reason I'm asking, I just got a Bagheera Veyron MOSFET. I know you have one too. I have one. Um, with the Bagheera, you're gonna have to drive that thing overtime because it doesn't inherently put any dirt or grit into it. It's like the the Veyron is just a powerhouse amp. So it would behoove you if you had like a preamp bass before I did all the stuff to it, and I had that going to a tone hammer pedal, and then I sent that into the Veyron. And because of the power of the Veyron going to my 410s, I stomped stuff out. The problem was I kept having to change batteries, and I couldn't find a power supply, so I kind of got rid of all that stuff. So I no longer have the Veyron head, but it is a good head if you know what you're doing and when you know what you're looking for. Who is the best bassist ever in your opinion? Mm. My favorite bassist of all time, if you know me, is Bootsy Collins. Is he the best bassist of all time? I'm gonna say no, but um, a few man, a few name. I can't do that, man, because it just depends on the genre. Then it depends on the person that's actually giving the opinion. So it kind of varies. But like I'm a slap dude, and Larry Graham goes live. Victor Wooten goes way too hard. So it just depends, man. And then like I step out of the norm and I got into like bebop music for a while. And then Yannick Gwizdala was the dude. I was messing with Norm Stockton. Of course you got Flea, of course, right? And then Lemmy, Stu Ham, Adam Nitty. That's way too hard a question. That's really too hard a question. But my favorite bassist of all time is Bootsy Collins. That's why I funk now. So I got into Parliament because of James Brown. Found out who the bass player was, Bootsy. I took off into Parliament Funkadelic and then just Bootsy by itself. And George Clinton, working with Red Hot Chili Peppers, introduced me to Flea. And yeah, it just kind of spiraled down the hill from there. So let's see. What do you think about your Ibanez Timer? Would you recommend this bass? Yes, especially if you're on a budget. And this is to Roland Anderson. If you're on a budget, it's a good, solid overall bass. I don't know why it's so cheap, but I've had her and she's awesome. great tone. P, if you want to do P, you know what I'm saying? If you want to do slap, there's a switch on this particular bass that like changes the biasing of the bridge pickup. I love it. Like it completely changes the tone of the bass on the spot. It's crazy. I love it. Now, because I play in church and I don't really do gigs too much, I don't have much call to play it. But just me sitting at the house watching TV, playing what I hear on commercials. Yeah, I did that earlier today, actually. Let's see. Did you change the humbucker yet? No. No, I actually have it here. And I'm actually not going to do it today. I actually have to do a little bit more research on it because this came out with a fork inductor and I wasn't mentally prepared for that. So now I have to decide whether or not I'm going to put a switch on it so I can go between parallel and series coil tapping. And then I still got to research that. I know how, like I have the diagram of what you got to do, what you got to connect and stuff like that, but I got to go find the switch. And then I still have to modify the bass, put in the preamp and stuff. So it's a work in progress. So it won't be on this video. But I found that out. Like I would have told you it wouldn't have been here, but I found it out literally probably 22 hours ago, whenever I got it in. I was like, what the heck is these extra wires? What do they do? So, you know. Do you ever go on the reverb? I do go on the reverb every once in a while when I want to dream about getting a Rickenbacker. Appreciate that, Kyle. Is this live? Yes, it is live. Have you ever broken a string? Heck yeah. Especially early when I first started playing. For one reason, I didn't know I was supposed to change the strings ever so often, and I'd only change them when I popped the string. And me learning how to do slap, I was pulling way too aggressively. I was ripping it like ping. Let's see. Let's see. I play guitar and the guitar strings are super thick compared to bass. Yeah. So I didn't know if you have broken one before. Yes, I have. Hey, yo, everyone. What's going on? It's one of the cheaper ones that rattles like mad. Okay. Why do you play in church and not gigs? Well, I was born and raised in church. So, and then it just depends on the circles that you run in. I don't really go to clubs and stuff that much. So me mingling, if I play a gig, it's because somebody knew me from a church and was like, hey, they doing this at this spot. And then I show up and then they're like, yo, this dude play bass. And I'm like, yeah, I do. He's like, yo, sit in, go, you know what I'm saying? All right. And then I sit in and then they'll be like, bass solo. I'll be like, what? I don't ever get to do this. And I'm yeah. So pretty much. I lended my friend my P bass and somehow the dude broke the E. How do you break an E string? You say it's live, but how do I know you're not lying? Because I just read what you just said. Oh, man. Would you like to add your thing to hardcore rock combo? It needs a bit of boom attitude. What? Would you like to add your thing to a hardcore rock combo? Yeah, I actually used to play drums in a metal band, if you can believe that. Uh, so if the opportunity comes up, I'm gonna say no. But am I looking for it actively? Not really. Do you play any other instruments? Yeah, I play drums. Also can play keyboard a little bit. That's my far weakest instrument, and I can play bass on guitar. So other than your hair power chord, whatever, I know a few chords, but my fingers are too big to try to do the lead guitar stuff. So now, if you telling me to solo and you give me like a overdrive and all that stuff, I can fake a solo Yeah, I know I do that. I do that on bass. But me playing chords, unless it's like Green Day or I don't know, something that's like that, I can't. Mm-mm. That's not me. You got me. You want me to play freaking? I can play some songs like some riffs like Slayer, Rain and Blood. I could do that one. Crazy Train. Who can't do that one? One, because if you play guitar, you have to play one by Metallica. Like, that's almost a rule. I feel like. Uh, yeah, but like if you want me to play a Buckethead solo, can't do it. Don't even want to try. It's not my stick. You want me to play Stevie Ray Vaughan? You asking the wrong brother. Completely. Could you someday do a tutorial about how to set up a bass? All right, I'm gonna give you the honest answer. I would say yes. However, if I do it and it isn't like I wasn't taught how to do stuff, it's just I taught myself everything I know. So how I set up a bass probably isn't correct for people that do this for a living. So I don't want to put that out there and then be ignorant on the internet, because once you're dumb online, you are dumb forever. Bully said it. Hashtag dumb forever. Yeah, I realized it was a joke. Let's see. That surprises me. What's your favorite bass? At the moment? Hmm. And by favorite bass, which one do I grab first? That's what I'm gonna assume you're talking about. So at the moment, I'm gonna say my M2. It's either my M2 or it's my P7. I need to change the strings on my P7, but I'm gonna say my Sire M2 is my favorite bass. Yeah. When I really think about it now, it makes no sense for me to like idolize this when I have an M2 that gives me this sound plus more. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Piece of me wants to send this back and just get another M2 in a different color, second generation. Piece of me wants to do that. I was like, I've been playing it. I'm like, yeah. It sounds cool, but it feels way different than the M2. Of course, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted, but I don't know. That's everything flat on the amp. Sounds pretty good. So let's see. Uh, okay, what's your favorite song? Ooh, now you talking about rock music, rap music? What are you talking about? I need more context. What do you think of your "Everyone Hates This Guy" video blowing up? Last time I checked, it was at 3 million, and that was the video I subbed for. Listen, I have no idea why that video took off. I didn't see it coming. I put it up there and it sat at like 200 views for like 3 months. And then out of nowhere, Google hit me up, was like, hey, you want to monetize this video? Sure. And then boom, I was like, what the hell? Because nobody was on my channel. Whenever I put this video up, I was excited to have, I think I had like 110 subscribers, like maybe 1,000 views, maybe total out of all the videos I had, like maybe. And then boom, that one took off. And then, like, I was confused as heck because if you know me, I've said this a whole bunch, and this is the truth. I only did this originally so that my mom could have a way to see me play. Because I live in Tulsa, she's in Houston. I can't go down there like that. So this was my way of actually putting something out there that she can like pull up, watch her. Oh, that's my baby. Look at my baby. Look what he's doing. He's so good. Look at it. Yeah, it's a kick fiddle. Look at him do the thing with the thing. So yeah, I had no idea it was gonna do that. And I think it is over 3 million. I haven't checked the video, but I do look at the comments and they got some savage people out there. You know how many times I've been called the N-word? Or token. For whatever reason, token black. You know how many times somebody has said that on that video? It's like, how come every black guy I know plays the bass great? And I was like, I literally know thousands of black guys who don't know what a bass guitar is. This is a stereotype. I didn't have a bass in the basement. I don't know. That's from South Park, in case y'all didn't know. But yeah, they got some very interesting people out there, man. Very interesting people. And then I had this is between me and y'all 23 people. I had somebody say some racist stuff in Spanish to me. Racism in Spanish. I was like, Vato, what are you doing, baby? Oh, man. Oh, goodness. Play Pixies. Don't know what it is. P7, V7, or M7, if you could choose one for versatility. P7. That's me. P7. Versatility. Just learn how to play good times. Congrats. I can play it note for note badly. How do you manage to concentrate enough and play accurately, but be relaxed enough to play it well? Practice. The less you have to think about what you're doing, the easier it is. Like when I'm playing stuff, like that little slap thing I just did a little while ago, that wasn't scripted. That's not from a song. That's just me doing some notes, just, you know, messing around and stuff. So the more you do it, the more muscle memory it becomes. So really the answer is practice, working with your instrument, learning where notes are on the neck, learning what works well, just sounds. Now, if you go into theory, then I feel like it's more thought process than actual feel and learning that way. But it goes back to the age-old debate. You could play technical and have no feel, or you could play with a whole bunch of feel and groove and have no technicality. There are a lot of people that are gross on the bass, but technically they playing horrible. So that's how the dice roll, man. Like, I'm not technical. I'm not a technical person. I'm self-taught. Most of the stuff I'm playing is strictly off sounds. I'm finding the sound, learning the pattern, and going from there. My mind just goes off after I lock down what the actual pattern is. So if you tell me to play A flat, I mean, I know where it's at, E string. Okay, I know where it is. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I know what the note is, but it's not just an automatic thing. It don't just happen like that. So let's see. What's your favorite funk song? Forget Me Nots or Men. That is my favorite funk song. Let's see. Let me get on in here and see what y'all are talking about. Let's see. I have a friend that plays like everyone hates this guy, man. Oh, I have a friend that plays like the everyone hates this guy, man. You should not be friends with that person, or let them know to practice more. What's good? What's going on, Cody? Any tips for improv? I don't know any skills or anything and can noodle around, but after a while, I always get lost. And 8 out of 10, my improv sounds like ass. How do I improve and where do I start? So this is going to Tom Robinson. Learn the pentatonic scale. The pentatonic scale will open up a lot of avenues for you. Learn the pentatonic scale, learn the minor scale. Yeah, that's so most of the grooves I do are based off of block pentatonic. So like we take the song Treasure, right? Bruno Mars. Right? And then you can add in some pentatonic stuff and I'll show you that. That right there. That's so pentatonic. One, 3, 5, 6 flat 7, right? 1, 3, 5, 6 flat 7. It could also be played that's the same thing. Same notes, but if you play it in this shape, you can actually go and run it to the next octave, to the next octave. So pentatonic scale, very simple. Sounds dope if you do it fast enough, and most people don't know. So bully tip. All right. I was at Guitar Center last week. The guy was guitar going live for 43 minutes. I asked the manager, how do you deal with that? He said it takes a lot of patience. Yeah. And a lot of them just tune it out unless it's really loud, in which case they get angry quick. Maybe they think they're a token, They're a token black being in a store with white people. No comment. All right, let's see. Tom Robinson, learn your scales. All right, backing tracks. You have to put in the time work. Yep. Listen to Tyler. That's the internet for you. Stuff just gets popular. One, world's greatest mysteries. If I figured that out, I'd have more freaking subscribers than PewDiePie. I don't know what I would do with them because I still do just this stuff, but I'd have them. My plan is quite gross. It sounds good when I'm drunk. Heck yeah, man. Just be drunk then. That's cool. It's both things to work on. We overthink I plan too much. That's true. Say learn C major, then learn the rest of the major keys. Once you learn C major and you learn the shape, you can transpose it to any place on the neck. Also learn your fretboard like Alan is saying. Also, circle of fifth is very helpful when learning or pentatonic. Yeah. Appreciate that, elephant. Respect from Brazil. What's going on? Hey, Fred, what's going on, Cynthia? Random friend. Hey, the chord pentatonic bit sounded really nice. Oh, yeah. So I think you're talking about this. Which is basically, but it sounds better if it's higher. That's basically what it is, except I'm playing the octave of it. I'm playing the octave of this note. So yeah, there's also this one too, which is the same thing as so yeah. Let's see. I can play. Let's go back. Minor, pentatonic, or major. Minor is root, flat, third, fourth, fifth. You know way more than I do, the elephant. I can play fast, dude. Technical with no feel. Thanks for the tips. Appreciate it, dude. Hey, look, I can't do it. I need to. You need to be groovy. Like, you dig what I'm saying?
I can't. So if you playing something like, I don't know, Coltrane, which I have trouble. Like I can, if I can listen to it, I can find the notes. Give me enough time, I'll be able to play it from memory. But me knowing what you're doing, how the notes are working together, that's not my bag, baby. I can't do it. Also, give me some sheet music, and I'm gonna look at you because that's completely Japanese to me. And no, I can't read Japanese. I also cannot read sheet music, especially as fast as the song is going. Can't do it. But give me a CD, give me about 10 minutes, and I can be at least a D or a C minus. I feel like. Have you ever played any of Sade's songs? Yes. I had a gig that I played with the lady, and we did. Was it Cherish the Day? And then Smooth Operator. We did that in the set. So yeah, I've played it before. Minor blues scales includes the flat, fifth, and major in the minor pentatonic scale. There you go. All right then. All right, Alan. I'm out of here. Keep spreading. Appreciate it. I've been playing some Sabbath, and the minor bass is essential. Yeah, yeah. Can you play Tommy the Cat by Primus? I don't know what that is. I need to get up on Primus. This is like not the first time somebody has said that. Cheap music is a pain on the bass too. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Cynthia, I think Cherish the Day is my favorite by Sade. So yeah. Hey, I like it. I like it. I have to put that on the track. uh, let's see. Hey, I see. I got. Hey, I was excited. I had to throw on the good old Raiders jersey for the cast there. There's also talk of us getting Levon Bell and Murray too. I don't know, but if it happens, I don't want to speak on it because I don't want to jinx them. But if it happens, I'm gonna send out a whole bunch of these eyes on Facebook. Yeah, I think it's time for a base change. Mm-hmm. Base change. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Let's do that. Grabbing Oakland. Yeah, I'm grabbing Oakland. Yeah. So this Oakland was my answer, my first answer to owning a Musicman bass. I don't want to pay $2,000, but I still wanted to do it. So this is what I got. And all this is a P bass circuit with a Musicman pickup. Sounds pretty good though. Reason why I love this bass and I'll never get rid of it is because the neck profile is paper thin. Like, look at that. That shouldn't be a thing. Yes, I have big hands. However, it's freaking tiny. And I love it. And if you didn't know, I'm really into stars. So that's another thing. So this was the original funky bass, Through the Stars on that for Bootsy Collins. It then became my Frankenstein bass because, you know, I mess up stuff. And then it became Oakland because I spray painted this Dead Black and added that. So, yeah, there's that. Let's see what we're talking about. What about Phil? Hold up. Another song that's great for practicing chords and pay deals. Anesthesia, pulling teeth, on top. That's true. I'm with the elephant on that one. What about Phyllis Hyman? Don't know who that is. I should, but I don't know. Where do you play? I play at church, which is New Jerusalem in Tulsa, and I also play for Cypher 120, which is a kind of like an improv open mic type deal here in Tulsa on Thursdays. Or it was. I think we're in the process of moving, but yeah. I'm gonna be buying a Warmouth bass in a few weeks. Hey, Elephant, before you do that, I don't know how much that's gonna cost, but I would advise you, if you can, look at Sire basses. Just take a look at them before you pull the trigger, because the sound they have is phenomenal and they don't cost a lot of coin, especially for the V7 series, like and down. So like there's really expensive ones like the V9, which I think is like $900, $800, but it's like you got to check it out. So my bass that I love, completely love, that I'm probably gonna buy another one for my birthday. Cliff Notes is gonna be black, and I'm gonna put a Black Panther sticker on it. Is a M2 with a rosewood neck. I love the M2, the maple and teal so much that I wanted to buy another one, and that's gonna be my birthday bass to myself. I'm already saving for it. So yeah. And Sire, if you are out there, you know, talk to your boy because I definitely buy it earlier. I'm gonna be buying in a few weeks. It's Cliff Burton. To be frowned upon, a treasure. He inspired me, but I heard so much about him being a shit bassist since playing. It's all popular opinion, man. At the end of the day, it's all music. And if it's out there, which means he made it as a bassist, then you really can't hate on him. You can call him crap, but he has a deal. So at the end of the day, he's doing what he wants to do. So what? You know what I'm saying? Like, people say I'm not good. And really, I don't think I am good. But I love playing. I love playing. I haven't heard anybody that sounds like me playing the bass. So I'm gonna continue to do it because it makes me happy. Like, it inwardly makes me happy. So I've only really tried playing simple chords with the bass, but it rattles like mad. It's a shame, really. I don't really have that rattle sound you get on the bass. Have you seen the Joe Dart bass? If not seen it, people I think want to apologize. The bass should only be the foundation. Cliff was moving around too much, but Cliff did play a foundation and did it insanely well. Okay, he just made it super pleasing aesthetically. Okay. Tone though, I always thought it was a bit muddy. Oh, y'all talking about this dude? Okay, cool. Okay, December I brought a Rogue Series 3, but in white color. I think it's a great bass. Thank you for making a great review of that bass and making a good choice. You did. It is a really nice bass, exactly how it is. But the EQ on it, for the 2-band EQ with the pickup things, I didn't like how it sounded. It didn't give me enough variation, so I swapped mine out. But you don't have to. It actually, it's pretty nice, and I got it for cheap. Like, okay, so he's talking about this punk bass right here. This bass right here. I actually paid 80 something dollars for the bass, brand new, and it's actually really nice. Like, it felt good. I just had to like lower the action on it and then make sure the neck was straight, and it was good to go, man. And yeah, and it turned into a nice little project thing. So, and her name is Avril, at least till I give her away. Yes, sir. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry bass is where it's at, man. Yeah, I've heard side bass is mostly liking the P bass sound, just want something more in my arsenal, I guess. Okay. Hello from Russia. What's going on? Good stream for you. Stay cool. You stay cool. You in Russia. It's like 70 degrees here. Think about chords on bass is really line on the setup. Make sure your action is high enough. Yeah. Nah, this tone's freaking amazing. Okay. Buzzing on the first requires good action and additional placing the fingers. Yeah. How did you get to be such a beast at playing bass? I appreciate that. I'm not, but I appreciate that. Did you go to a music school or did you teach yourself? I taught myself. It's basically me sitting at home with a guitar amp and this bass guitar right here playing what I heard on the radio. That's really what I did. So like they had some kids that were outside playing in the street. I was sitting in front of the TV playing show tunes, playing Flintstones and the Jetsons on the bass, trying to learn it, trying to make sure I pick it up. And then once I learned the show tune, how can I put this in a church service? So you know how many times I didn't put you know how many times I'd have done that in a song? And if people will stop. McDonald's? I'll just look the other way. Bounty. I can't do it. I used to know it. There you go. That's the Andy Griffith song. Like literally, I would sit there and play the songs. I didn't play that in the song too. I did it. I can't do it no more. But yeah, you get the idea. It's been a while. I need to actually get back to it. Being stupid in church. Elephant, make videos, my man. I'm ugly. I can't make videos. Elephant, look. You beautiful to somebody, baby. You get at least beautiful to your mama. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. You know what I'm saying? What's the crotch shot? That's what the crotch shot is. True. Y'all tripping, man. I think I'm too opinionated and frankly too common. Slap something. All right, cool. Give me a second. Yo, I'd love to go to one of your church gigs. Cool with me. Come through. New Jerusalem, Tulsa. Random fills and licks here and there. Sounds fun. Yeah. Please gig in Wales. Dude, if that was the case, man. Why are all the groovy bassists blacks? For one, don't call us blacks. Besides Palladino, you know, most juicy things and coolest time and only black brothers. Oh my God. That's not true. And I'm going to give you two names right now. Actually, three. I'm going to give you three names for all like the grooviest white people. Go and Google Marlo DK. Go and Google, you can actually go on YouTube. Marlo DK. That's one. He's one that like realistically him, Max Proud, and Rumbling Man were the, aside from my mom as the reason, they gave me the courage to do this because they were their own personalities just on camera. So I was like, I'm stupid. I feel like people may like me. So let's play bass. Let's see what happens. Me watching Marlo DK, he's funky, like off dump. He's gross. Then go and look at Scott Devine. That's another funky white dude. Stupid skills. He runs a freaking bass lesson class. And then you want to go and check out Yannick Gwizdala. You only want to go and look at Yannick Gwizdala when you're trying to get technical knowledge, because he's going to screw your mind over. He's way too good, and he's like a spaz. So, but he's dope though. Let's see. I can't believe why blacks the grooviest bass players. I'm not sure. That's not true. Marlo DK, hands down. Play the fastest he can play. Can't forget Doug Dunn. Okay. Thanks, brother. I go check. Go and do it. Actually, go first and look at Marlo DK. MarlowedDK. He's so cold. He has his own line of Sandberg basses. He has his own bass from Sandberg. That should tell you all you need to know. And then, what's homeboy name? Andy Irvine. He's like, he was the dude for Warwick. Like, he's gross. There's a whole bunch of white folk that's dope at bass. Like, Adam Nitty. Another dude. just cold at bass. Way better than me. How about the yellow ones like us? Yes. Doggone it. He's from Thailand. If you're trying to find the guy that I'm talking, I think it's a crazy last name, like Macharong or something like that. But if you're trying to see this guy I'm talking about, he's playing a Sire bass, and he's playing Marcus Miller's Power. I think it's May Pentacharong. I know I'm saying his last name wrong, but he's doing, if you go on YouTube after this is over with, so you can spend 3 minutes and watch him get down. He's nasty. He plays it exactly like Marcus Miller. Like, it's crazy. I think he's from Thailand or Indonesia. But Power by Marcus. So type in Power or Marcus Miller Power cover, and you should see him there. And it's a long last name, so it should be him. I apologize if you're watching. I just butchered his last name. It's because the organic genres just keep getting stolen by white people, so they adapted and made something unstillable. Everything's stillable if you have enough time with it. The bass player in Wild Cherry. Who's the bass player in Wild Cherry? I gotta look that up. What are your thoughts on Joe Dart? I don't know what band he plays for. I've heard of him. I just don't know. I haven't thought about checking them out specifically. There's so much music out in the world, man. I can't listen to it all. I never get anything done. Adam Neely isn't even human. Yes, he's a robot. Yeah, he lives and breathes bass. He's funky as heck and technical as heck too. So he's a double danger person. I think the whole black folk made best basses is a slight cliche. It is. We're all human. It is. Don't need to be put race in everything. That's true. Yeah. Yo, us Asian dudes got groove too. You Asian? Elephant, you Asian? Hold on. You need to do videos. I need to see what you can do. Don't forget Marcelo, the bass. Yeah. He freaking, and he plays a Stingray, like a for real Stingray. And he's like sponsored. Dang it, man. They living the good life over there, dude. Like, fly me to Aguilar. Let me get my dream set up. Please. Anybody at Aguilar? Y'all got a plug. Please send it out there, because I really want a tone hammer. And I really can't afford it. Especially with all this crap here. Let's see. Yeah, come to think of it, we need to expand on knowledge base bass players. Breaking through the color barrier lets you expand knowledge, love of bass. Be a true bass head. I dig that, man. Thailand is a beautiful country. Joe Dart's insane. Wait, Joe Dart is the dude from Red Hot Chili Peppers? Wait, what's going on? Hold on. No, that's Flea. Who the heck? What are you talking about? Wolfpack is great. Flea sucks. Discuss. Flea does not suck. Flea is gross. Has been gross for decades. You said the name Alan Wentz. He's a bass player. Oh, okay. Oh no. The guy I was talking about was Andy Irvine. He was the lead guy from the Warwick bass company, Framus and Warwick. Like he has his own line and he did their demos and stuff. Okay, full pack. I have to check him out. Yes, I'm Asian white. Okay. What the videos at Elephant? Color has nothing to do with being a great bassist. Explain Brian Grum and Jocko. It's very true. But it also has to come in who you run in a circle. So how you expand as a bassist and the circles or the music that you listen to kind of limits you in what you can do. So it's really important that you expand your mind and get out of just that one thing you like to do. So like I like to play slap stuff, but at the same time, I really like No Doubt. I think the bassist from No Doubt is fire as heck. Like just the bass line he did on Don't Speak, I was like, bro. And then he took a very basic bass line. Are you serious? You serious? You only got to like think to do that. It is a nasty song. I played the drums on it. Ah man, dude. And there are a few songs I actually gotta like give a lot of credit to, like the Eagles Hotel California. That's so cool. It's so smooth. So smooth, dog. How'd you even come up with that? Like, how'd you come up with that? Smooth. Okay, let's see. Have you ever built your own bass guitar from a kit? No. I'm a guitarist and thinking about buying a lower end bass. Should I save up and get a nicer Fender or stick to Squire? Thanks and God bless. Christian, I'm going to tell you, if you want something cheap, that's dope as heck, get you a Sire V3. It's going to set you back, for a 4-string, it's going to set you back $329, which is still cheaper than a Squire Vintage Modified. Or I would have you go and check out Ibanez Talman, which is also a very, very nice bass. It is a little heavy, so I would definitely tell you to play it first. But an Ibanez Talman, I think they go for $199 for a TMB 100, which is the lower line of them. And then I think they go up to, I think this one was $299 or $249, and this is the 300. This only thing that was different about this is it has a switch. Let me show you. It has a switch. Oh no. It has a switch that is right here that messes with the double. These are J pickups and they cut out the middle piece, but these are jazz pickups, and it changes the biasing of the actual pickups. And then on here, it's volume, blend between the two pickups, treble and bass. And that's really all you need, and it sounds great. Thinking of which, I think it's time for a bass change. Yeah, which is part of the fun of having 15. I should do these more often. Oh, sad added note, this is also an active bass. So yeah, it gets nasty. So what I was talking about with the pickups, the pickup switching and stuff, so I could have it in the up position. It's between both, in the middle, right? Then I'll put it in the down position. on to you for a little bit. Let's put up these other girls. Do, 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 do. I'm just playing bass. Do, 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 do. I'm still just playing bass. Hey. All right. Good to go. Let's make sure she's singing nicely. And let's see what y'all talking about, if y'all are still talking about something. I think I might do this for another 15, maybe 20 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I don't like that tuna. Oh, God. Cardinal sin. Kids, be careful with your equipment. Yes, indeed. Let's see what y'all talk about while I'm doing this. Now, Joe, okay. Joe Dirt is from Volpec. Okay. That's how you play it. Okay. Okay. Classic 5 invention modifier, rival, Mexican made fenders. Get the Squire is cheaper, just avoid the affinity. Y'all really like that dude. I found Marlo DK. Oh my God, you're right. I told you, man. He's savage. I don't know where he came from, but that is one funky Englishman. And if you actually watch him talk, he just talks like he's smooth, like he could just be drinking some wine and being hella funky, like he's just sitting out there. My God, I want to be cool like you. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I bought an old Stag Fusion bass, beat up and restored. Cost me about 90 quid. What the hell is a quid? Let's just call it 90 bucks. And plays so beautifully. A pickup is a bit sloppy, but other than that, it's the best bass I played. Congrats. Oh, forgot the cheaper Sires. Definitely get the Sire V3. Yes. Trying to, just saying, go to the shops and look for what feels good to you and find a bargain sometimes. Yeah. As for warm up, I'm thinking of mahogany body, rosewood top, and roasted maple finger. That sounds good. That sounds good. You might have some trouble finding the rosewood top. I think they're like going extinct or something, so you might have to do like ebony top or something like that. Talk with you later. Bye, Cynthia. You probably already gone. Really, thanks, bro. Oh my God, slacking is live. I'm not Slap King. I'm a slap jester. I'm just a joke out here. I'm not a Slap King. Not even a little bit. Quid is an English pound. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Oh my God. Y'all are way more cultured than I am. I'm from America. This is. Don't tell anybody. Right there, Chop. Step upper lip. That was. I don't know. That was stereotypical. I did always want to say that though. Pip pip, Cheerios. Honey Cheerios and all that rocks. I watched Harry Potter a few times. Yeah. Here we lie, baby. Let's dial in some nasty slap tone. Let's come with some of that. See what's going on. Climate change has messed up my neck. I'm a little bit I'm buzzing out a little bit too much. Yeah, it's back bending. So I'm gonna have to adjust that in a little bit. So yeah. Indian rosewood is listed in the appendix of cities as threatened. Okay. Not so much in danger yet. Okay. Well, I mean, if they're gonna sell it, then buy it, you know. You like the music of Eric Johnson? I need to get more versed in stuff. I ain't cultured. I'm a British imperialist. I guess. All right. Do you have any effect pedals for bass? I do. Um, just not at the moment. The only one I do have is my envelope filter. It's by DOD, and I have a distortion pedal, which is probably strictly for guitar, but I don't really use them. Other than like an envelope filter for some like funky bass solos or something like that, I don't really use them. I'm not like a bass purist or anything. It's not my thing. Mm. Really, I should use compressors, but I don't even use that. I use my hand to like, and then dynamics to make my notes, whatever. My friends just call. I just want to toss. Okay. Jeffrey, I don't know who Eric Johnson is. How many SX do you have by now? Let's see. One, two, three, four, five, five, six if you count the guitar. One, two, wait, one, two, three, four, five, six. Yes. Yeah, I have six XX guitars, or five basses and one guitar. Boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, bitch. I don't know. Watching your vids, you inspire me so much. I'm only 25. I always wanted a hobby. You made me realize it was guitar. Cool. Cool. So, do you prefer listening to a lot of things and absorb as much as possible, or is it concentrating on what your ears tend to like? I, it's very important that you don't become narrow minded in what you listen to, because you could take like a jazz song and you can then take concepts from that jazz song and incorporate it in like a walking blues for country, or I've taken a lot of licks that I've learned listening to jazz music and putting them into gospel songs as riffs and stuff like that. So but as far as like metal and stuff like that, translating them over, well, I guess I didn't even answer the question. I say I listen to a wide spectrum of music. So if you look at me, you would assume I listen to rap music or whatever, but I do. But as far as me playing music or whatever, you more likely find me listening to Snarky Puppy, or um, really, I listen to a lot of quartet music, that type of stuff, not just gospel, but like quartet music, because they do progressions that are different than you normally hear. And I try to take elements from that or take pieces of it and use it for the music I play. So I'll do a bass solo, and or I'll go off and try to get like a concept together for a song, and I'll unconscious or subconsciously start using those because it's on my mind. So I keep a wide spectrum. You don't want to ever channel yourself. I was the guy in Guitar Center drowning you out. Get some. Hey, you got me 3 million subscribers. I appreciate you. I bullied the kid, guys. We drove to Instagram. He freezes the water. Oh, I forgot Michael League, man. I forgot Michael League, another white dude that's dope. Yeah, appreciate that. Let's see. I only play Stingray bases, then you, sir, have a lot of money. Because I don't. In fact, the one I got really isn't a legit Musicman. It's just the little brother. It's the little brother. So, you know, he's insane. Saw Iron Maiden live in Manchester. One hell of a live band. Best show I've ever seen. Cool. I wanted to see him live here in Dallas in September. Cool. Huh? Okay, hold on a second. Thanks a lot, sir. You're an inspiration. Thank you. I don't think I am, but I appreciate you. Stingray is the greatest bass ever. I don't think so. It's one of them, but I don't think so. Greatest bass ever is Fender P bass, because that's where it all started from. Never forget your roots. That's just my opinion, though. Will I ever own a Fender? Absolutely not. There are way too many options out, and I have that girl, so I have need for no other 5-string P bass ever in my life again. So let's see. I only have a Sterling Sub Ray 4. Okay. The warm-up I plan to get is going to be the 5s. A slap P bass. I can dig that. But before you go and spend all that money, Elephant, definitely go look at Sire P7. Look at Sire P7. It's well worth looking at. I did a review. If you want to hear it, I did a review for it with the direct audio and playing live like this type of setup. Check it out before you go and spend a lot of money on customizing your own personal one. You know, give you an option. Okay, P-Bass sounds too nasally. Okay. Opinions. I can dig it. Buddy, you're damn good. Let everything be fine with you. I went to the studio. I wish you a good stream. All right, take it easy. I saw your view. They sound great. Though I personally don't like the PJ basses. Okay, cool. Next tour then in Worth and Pins. Good to watch. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to step away for about a minute and a half, and I'm going to take care of my little dude, and I'll be right back. Oh man, oh man, oh man. All right, sorry about that. There's still 14 people here. I'm very surprised. Let's see. What did I miss? I don't like PJ Bennett's tour then. Amazing. Okay. I have a PJ. I ran pickups in series mode. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to invite him up here. Go along. Everybody go along. Like a single core slap P bass. Original P bass from 1950. Whoa. I don't know. That's going to cost some money. I believe if you like a bass, any bass, get it. Yes. Yes. And that's how you get 15 of them. I didn't even realize I had that many basses. Didn't even realize it. So, it's crazy, man. And I still got like 2 basses I want to get. I still got to get Rickenbacker 4003 because I've always wanted that. That's probably going to be next year. And then I still got to get, I might get a Chinese made one and then customize it. Stay tuned. No, I actually want that to be real. Like, I want that one to be real. I could probably get it on reverb. have to do some research. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But this M2, I got to get this M2. This M2 has got to happen. I really don't need it. I really should be done buying basses. I only got 2 hands. I can only maximally play 2 basses at one time, in theory. In theory. So yeah. Let's see. Yo, I love a Rickenbacker. Yes, man. Rickenbackers go live, man. Rickenbackers are overrated. Honestly, to honest to God, not worth the cash. Okay. Nah, go big or go home. Yeah, they have poor build quality by Fender standards, but that quality makes that ungodly Rickenbackers. Hey man, I've grown to find out that either you love a particular bass or you hate it. Like I can't play a violin bass like the Beatles, Paul McCartney used to do. I can't play that bass because I love doing slap stuff, and it's frowned upon in the classical bass community. So I can't really do that very often. So I can't play it. But it's a cool bass, you know. It's good to have those basses if you're recording. You never know what you need, and plus, you got plenty of backups. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Oh, I never even said the name. I think this is funny because this is about to come down the pike. I'm actually about to start using this one, gigging more often with this one. I call her Merida from Brave, and I got some red strings on order. It's corny. I don't care. uh, yeah. Oh man, y'all talking now. Y'all talking out here in these streets. Slow the 51 people bass because it sounds so well like EV3 standard. Okay. Charlotte sounds a little more brighter than both. Okay. But Grand is not worth it, in my opinion. It's not ungodly. It's weak and past its time. For Grand, it's not worth it, in my opinion. Just hasn't kept up with the times. A Lemmy special, though. I might think about it. Have you ever considered the Sims pickups? Never even heard of Sims pickups. And for y'all doing the discussion about the Rick bass. Rickenbackers are known for one particular sound. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't do slap stuff on them, and I don't know why. I did. I liked it. So it's just, how you get certain things, and some people collect shoes and some people collect, baseball cards or whatever. For me, it's just one of those crown jewels. And I've always wanted it. Now I'm in a position, thank God, that I could dream about getting them, and it's somewhat obtainable with a little bit of persistence and planning and dedication. I can go ahead and buy those things once I make sure all the other stuff is taken care of, I can then step out and be like, hey, boom, let me get this. So I don't know, but I will have it because I want it. I need it. I actually sell my bases off to get that one. I would. I'd actually get rid of. Hold that thought. I may have spoke way too soon. To get that Rickenbacker, I'd get rid of Merida. I'd get rid of Luna. Yeah, just goes two. Or I just keep them and then just buy it over time. have 2 Carbon and Squire PJ. I also have a Musicman 3-4. Okay. I also like a Sire, but that's the future. Hopefully, I'm trying to learn guitar so I don't play my basses as much at the moment. Dude, James, come back to the good side, baby. I don't know what you're doing over there with we don't. Nah, man. You drummers, bass. What you doing? Why you leave guitar, go to bass. You don't leave bass and go to guitar. Who does that? Nobody does that. Nobody. Shut up, shots. Ridiculousness. I don't get it. All right. Okay. There's a lot of people that don't like ridiculousness out here. Okay, I'm ready to change out my SX Ursa 2 jazz pickups. Curious, what would you recommend? I'm from RVA, so I'm partial to Lindy. It's RVA, so I'm partial to Lindy Frauleins. Okay. Um, if you have an Ursa 2, I'm a Seymour Duncan person. So if you have an Ursa 2 and it's a jazz bass 4 string, I would suggest the noiseless Fender Mod Shops. They actually are cheap. I think I paid $59 for them, and they sound great. And they don't hum if you just solo one pickup, which is also nice. That's what I would recommend. Aside from that, I'm not sure the Seymour Duncan quarter pounders will line up. I think they do line up actually, because I actually have it in a base somewhere. Yeah, Rosa. Yeah. Let's see. Jazz, not just like you said. And did you put pickups? I made it. You think about AB joining the nation. I'm excited about it, but I'm not going to speak on it. This is to CC Wallace. I'm excited about it, but I'm not going to speak on it because I don't want to jinx it. Okay, we was loading up last year. Okay, we're ready to fire. We're going to see what the heck happens. I ain't going to speak on it because I don't want it to backfire, and I'm just going to cheer quietly. There's also talk of us getting Murray and Levon Bell. Just going to throw that out there too. I'm a Seymour Duncan guy. I am too. Most of my basses have Seymour Duncans. That I've modded, they have Seymour Duncans in them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 Seymour Duncans. Okay. What was the first bass line you learned? What was the first bass line you ever learned, and how did it change your playing? The first bass line I learned was sitting by the dock of the bay. And it kind of added to the groove, because think about like just the beginning, how it starts off. Like it just kind of so that was the first bass line on purpose that I learned. And then the next one was Master P Bourbons and Lax. You can listen to the song. It's very simple. It's just, don't judge me, man. It was that time. I don't know. Master P Bourbons and Lax. That was the second song I learned. Oh man. That's funny. I forgot that. Thanks for the input. For sure. What's this? Well, it's subjective. Wow. Mine was Slide by Slavelle. Rest in peace. Wow. All right. My generation 60 minutes of baked orgy. Oh man. And justify the price objectively. If the price was similar to Cyrus, I would pass judgment. Okay, so Tom, I feel the exact same way about the Musicman Stingray. It's 20 for the one I want. It's 22.99, and the one I want, y'all seen Gone in 60 Seconds, and it's he's always chasing Eleanor. The one I want is like vintage white, all gold hardware, gold pole pieces on the pickups, ivory pickup covers. It's the sexiest thing I've ever seen. And I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for it. So I bought that. I bought Midnight, and I'll be happy with it. I'm not paying for it. Can't do it. Um, and then even still, the Ricks, man. The Ricks, like $1,800. I don't want to pay that either. I'm cool, especially with Sires out here, and I can buy a 5-string dope M2 for like $430. Man, come on, man. You know what I mean? Sire bases I can buy for the price of one Musicman. A V3, a M2, a V7, hell, two V9s, and then get an M2. That's $2,000. I think the V9 is like $799. You know what I'm saying? So 800, and I still got $400 to buy M2. So that's literally 3 bases for the price of one. We're gonna talk about how many M2s you can buy for a freaking. They don't even have that many colors in M2s. You can buy them all, and then still have like enough to buy an Aguilar tone hammer. That stuff got to be so expensive, man. Okay, I'm from Lee's Big Up. What's going on? Oh, you want the India Ivory? Yes. Don't like the name. Don't like the poacher, but they look great. They do look sweet. But will the sire sound like a Ricky? Nope. That's fine. Keep it. I'm cool with that. The sire will sound better. Just play the V9 and it played wonderfully. Yeah, subjective. Okay. I guess. Y'all play nice. That joke is funny, man. You said that you were disappointed with the Musicman SR. Have you considered the Cutlass or the Caprice? No. Because if I want a PJ bass, I'm going to buy a PJ bass. I'm not going to look for a tag for the PJ bass. I don't care. That's not why that's not why I wanted the Stinger in the first place. I wanted it for the aesthetic. It's 2 humbuckers. The slap sound that you get from it is one in and of itself. I've never heard of a slap tone like that on any other bass. So no, I wouldn't look into getting the Cutlass or the Caprice or anything like that. So let's see. So if it doesn't sound the same and the sound is different, then the justification of the price is subjective because of the sound is again subjective. Musicmans are heavy basses to me. They are heavy. And for me, I play mostly sitting down anyway, so it don't really matter to me. It's sitting on my lap. I don't play stand-up gigs very often. And if I did, I got my M2, so I wouldn't even use it. My M2 weighs in like 8 pounds, 9 pounds, maybe. So I can wear that all day. So I do want to have a roll call. Where are y'all from? Because I'm very interested in knowing who watches me and where y'all at. So everybody say where y'all from. Tom about that life. Los Angeles. What's going on? Okay. Moved to Fort Worth for sure. New York, Lynchburg, Virginia. Okay. You live in Wales, but I'm from Leeds. All right, I can dig it. Florida. What's going down? Hey, what's happening? You heard me? Hey, Sky High Visa, that's my little brother. What's going down? You heard me? Amsterdam. Oh, you high watching this. I can dig that. I live in Altoona, Pennsylvania. I'm assuming. I don't want to spit it. I haven't, but if I did, I would. It's the story of my life, baby. I felt like if I had to have two basses, I'd have my original bass. Well, I'd have to have three. I'd have my original bass. I'd have that Musicman I just told you about, and then I would have probably probably the first bass I've ever modded in my life, because I was scared and she's been good to me this whole time. So I can get rid of, like, if I could trade in all those bases for those three, or just trade in all these for the Musicman, I wouldn't care. I'd do it. That means I get rid of my M2. Four bases. And then it just slowly goes to 5, 6, 7, 8, 15. If I could just buy the Musicman, that would make my life better. That's how it works for me. Okay, let's see. And your niece says, word. I dig that. Tell Try, say, hey, Chili, what's going on? I do have, but spending on kayaks instead. 2 patches is a nightmare financial. Kayaks? Yeah. All right. Not for me, baby. I'm curious about why does the Cutlass Increase have different sound than the P and jazz bass? Playing bass, that sounds horrible. Elephant, don't suggest that. Don't do that. Don't play bass on open water. That's a bad time. Why are you in open water? That's what I want to ask you. Let's start there. If we just throwing out stuff to talk about, like, I don't, unless it got YMCA somewhere in the background, or I see an apartment building somewhere in the distance, I'm not getting in that water. It's not happening for me. Lakefront view, you keep it. Not for me. You can say what you want to. You can make whatever assumptions you want to. Don't post it, because I'm going to address you. But I don't do it. Actually, I'm going to tell you why I don't do it. Take this time to hold me up something. Reason why I don't do it is because if I ever went out into open water, okay, I know I look like a seal from down below looking up. So I'm not doing it. I ain't about to be nobody's. I seen Jaws, all 3 of them. You seen Sharknado? Those are actually jokes. But I know I look like a seal from down below. I know that because I'm dark, then the light, I look like a seal. I'm big. I'm not going to do that. Let's see. What are your thoughts on vintage bass and road-worn basses? I think they're dope. What I don't like is buying a pre-beat the hell bass. Like, I think Sandberg does relic basses, so it looks like you put in the work, but you didn't. On one hand, they kind of look cool because they give you the look that you're going for, but on the other hand, you just paid somebody to beat the heck out your brand new instrument that you paid $1,000 for. That sounds crazy to me. So if I buy it, I want it to be shiny and nice. I ain't gonna buy something unless you sliding into me and it's already beat up and I can't do nothing about it. That'd be the only thing. I can't do that. I'm from Rome, Georgia. What's going down? When the lightning strikes the water, so corrects you. What? There are no sharks in white water, dude. Don't worry. I'm not worried because I'm not going. It's not happening. I don't care what you say. They got water moccasins. Not even like the Indian kind. I'm talking snake variety. I can't do it. Sure can't do it. Ain't about to tap my butt cheeks. I'm cool. Why? Why it gotta be white? I'm over here dancing around the subject. Y'all go right to it. Why it gotta be white though? What you trying to say? Don't try to fly logic. Okay. Have you ever thought about making song lessons with tab and sheet music? Heck no. I can't do that. Not even in my wheelhouse. And then I can't do it because I can't remember what the heck I do after I do it. If you watch my videos, Okay, here's something for you. For the 16 people that are there, still after an hour and 51 minutes, every video you see is a one take straight through. If I'm doing like a demo on something, I'm not cutting, I'm not editing. I may chop the end, I may chop the beginning. But everything you see, this is what I do whenever I start a video. Ready? What's going on? It's Alan Brown, aka Bully the Kid, and that's exactly what I do on every video. That's literally what I do. There's no script for anything. So when I mess up for real, and I keep on pushing, man. And then I don't ever watch my videos again, because if I watch it again, I'm going to critique myself and I'm going to want to take it down. No. So let's see. That hurts my feelings. Which amp do you like the most of the ones that I have? I'm gonna say I like my Fender Rumble 800 the most because of versatility, right? But for portability's sake, I like the Elf. You know what I'm saying? Most of my gigs, it don't call for 800 watts, that type of stuff. But I could take this Elf, put it on top of this cab, and fill the room. A whole bunch of headroom in the Fender Rumble 800, but it's not necessarily usable. There's a lot of amp modeling and stuff could get lost in the shuffle. But if I'm going on a gig and I'm gonna grab one cabinet, it's probably gonna be the 800, the Fender Rumble Stage 800, because of the versatility and it's lightweight. I go in with my bass, I go in with my cabinet, I plug up, let's go. So that's what I like the most. Play Hey Barbara bass solo. Don't know it. Can't do it. Have you tried a Fender Bassman? Yes. I have a friend that owns a Fender Bassman. I have two, actually. And they sound dope. But the Fender Bassman is also one of the presets in my Fender Rumble Stage 800. So yes, I play it all the time. In fact, my favorite setting right now is the Bassman 300 clean setting. That's on the amp. And I just kind of mess with some of the filters, add in some stuff, make it my own. But yeah, that's my favorite go-to. Do you like Rage Against the Machine? I love Rage Against the Machine, man. Like, I feel like you're new here. I feel like you just subscribed, because I have at least 5 videos where Killing in the Name was the riff I was playing. Thank you for being here, but I love Rage Against the Machine. Yeah. Can you play Hey Barbara bass solo? No, can't. Don't know what it is. Why is your name subscribed to PewDiePie? What? It takes some heart to do what you do. I appreciate that. It really doesn't. And no, man, I hate the Raiders. They're a horrible team. They're freaking terrible. Horrible. Why would I ever freaking, oh, that's preposterous, really. Who likes the Raiders? Let's see. I have an Ampeg. Okay. I don't have an extension cab, so I'm using the built-in combo. I can attach it. Okay, cool. Those are a lot of cool basses and amps. I only got a cheap Scorpion Jazz amp and a cheap amp. Comes with time. How do you feel about Ampeg cabinets? Cabinets I don't know so much about. I know they're heavy as heck because I had to help a friend take 410s out somewhere, and that sucked. But what I do know is the combos are pretty stout. Like, I played through a 115 Scrambler. It was pretty good. Like, I enjoyed it. It was nice. I haven't been around much, man. I love Rage Against the Machine. I can dig it. Do you like Sonic Youth? Yes, I do. Just subscribe. I appreciate it, Brandon. I mean, they are trash, though. What the heck are you talking about? The Raiders? Boy, Mind your business, Sky. I'll block you from my channel, brother. You can call me and mama later. I don't care. Straight like that. What do I think about getting AB? This has came up 3 times in this. I do not want to speak on the acquisition of Antonio Brown as of yet. There are a few other options that we have open that can possibly happen, one being Le'Veon Bell, the other being Murray. I don't want to speak on it for fear that things go south. We were a joke last year. We were reloading. I didn't watch much because I was upset, but I'm happy that Derek Carr has another option in the arsenal. That is the wide receiving core. I feel like that was political enough. Okay. Joshua Weatherston, what pedals do you use? If you don't use it, why? Pedals do I use? If I did use a pedal, it would be an envelope filter. I have one. The reason why I don't is because the envelope filter is on my amp cabinet anymore. I mean, now. So I don't have to carry pedals with me. I just go to the effect, put it on whatever amp I have, and then boom. But before I had that cab, I didn't use envelope filters because it added another thing for me to think about. Like, I don't use pedals because they add another. That's just some other time I'm using, not focusing on the groove that I'm supposed to be holding down with the drummer. So you get a pedal board and you start clicking and stuff, you may miss stuff. That's for the hair dudes. I mean, the guitar players, you can have that. But I'm about to be locked with my bass, my drummer, so yeah, that's why I don't use it very often. Brother, you're my hero. I started playing bass just for you. No pressure. I shouldn't be a hero, but I appreciate you saying that. Let's see. You ever play an 8-string? 4 courses of 2. No, I haven't, but I do have that preset on my amp. So yes, I have. And 12, because that's on the Fender Rumble state. I feel like I'm a freaking audition person for Fender right now. I feel like I'm a spokesperson. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'll bolt, but I will be watching for your vids. Cool. I got a video that's gonna. I think I might do. Y'all think I should drop 2 videos tomorrow? Because I have 2 loaded to go. I was gonna drop one on Monday, one on Wednesday, but I have 2 videos. I'm gonna drop one. So I have a video coming out tomorrow, and it's a discussion about basses, and it's in the So You Want to Play Bass series. It's just a little deviation, and then I think the next coming weeks I'm gonna come into doing slap stuff on the So You Want to Play Bass series. So stuff that y'all been waiting on. It should be coming pretty soon. It's the mother effing bully little kid. Kenny's Black Flag also great. For sure. You're a badass drummer too. Appreciate it. Okay, Phil, you on the AV thing. I use a GK. What do you think about them? Love them. My favorite setup that I've ever owned or ever played through was a GK 1001 RB with 212 stacked on top of 115 bi-amped. It was a monster. Monster. I have to go to my dad's for 3 weeks because my mom told me to go away from family emergency. I don't want to go. Gotta do what you gotta do, man. Gotta do what you gotta do. Well, hey, man, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream. I appreciate each and every one of y'all dropping in. Appreciate y'all so much. It's been a blast talking to y'all. And I might start doing this more often. Maybe every other Sunday, but I'll let you know ahead of time so you can be here and it ain't just a thing. You know what I'm saying? So y'all take it easy and how I sign out, you know. Oh, the double thumb thing got me right now. It's coming. Don't worry. Thanks. You the man. Appreciate it. Every other Sunday. Sounds awesome. Good night, Bully. All right. Y'all take it easy. I appreciate y'all being here. Till next time, as always, be easy.